I'm always on the lookout for the best prompts,
It's true.
whether it be for Midjourney
Leonardo AI.
or just ChatGPT in general.
But not just any prompts.
Prompts that you can actually use because they're helpful. Today I'm sharing 20 of the best prompts that I found on Twitter for Midjourney,
Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.
because I'll be making a series of videos just like this.
Now this is something I can get excited about.
And in my description, you'll find a link for each creator and their Twitter handle responsible for making these prompts.
Thanks, Eric.
A big kudos and thank you for creating these. So to help you in your prompt journey, because I know AI is moving at the speed of light, you can find hundreds of prompts on my website, like you see on my page right here. There are a ton of prompts that you can scroll through, click and open up, and then copy and use them any way that you want. After each demo of each prompt, I'll actually put the actual prompt on my video. That way you guys have time to copy and paste it and then try it for yourself. Okay, so the first one I'm gonna go over today is a pretty cool one, and this one's called Dreamworks Animations. Go ahead and paste that prompt right here, and right now we're making a Dreamworks animation character in the form of Shrek. Okay, so this prompt is done, and now check out this one right here. This is pretty cool. This looks extremely realistic. Here it is in its complete form. Only thing I noticed is in this top left-hand corner one, he has 3 legs. We might not want to deal with that one right there, but for the most part, pretty cool. Now this next prompt is really cool. It's actually a selfie of yourself holding a phone, and so the image you see on the phone will also be that same exact person. Okay, now check this out. Here it is right here. 3 out of 4 did a pretty good job, although in that top left-hand corner, I'm not exactly sure what type of phone that is. And now this next prompt I like to call cinematic mirrors, and so you can also see the creator of this prompt on your screen right here. It is quite simple, but it makes some very cool looking images. Jumping over to Midjourney, look what this made for us right here. This is pretty cool. Let me open this up. Look at that. And so you can actually replace the subject. In this case we use Pikachu, but you could actually replace it with anything else and you'll get the same sort of results, kind of with that cinematic and the mirrored background with like broken shards of mirrors. This is pretty cool and pretty impressive. So thanks to the creator for making this one. Okay, so now this next one is one of my favorites, but hey, I'm not biased because you can look at the creator below. The creator is actually me, Metrics Mule, and there's also a link in my description to my Twitter account as well. But anyway, here is the prompt, and this creates some very cool Game of Thrones type characters. In this case, over here, you could see the character in this case is going to be a close-up shot, a charismatic Emilia Clarke. But you can replace a few of these words around and then create any other sort of Game of Thrones character. But even if you're not a fan of this TV show, you could still replace this TV show or even replace it with a movie and still get similar sort of effects and the type of image. Now this next one is also a pretty simple prompt, but it's actually quite clever. But I'm actually quite impressed with how Midjourney made this image. And it's actually going to be a sampler type board. And so in this case, we're using a craft beer sampler. This is compliments of the actual creator, but you can replace the subject again with anything else you want. I've seen people do it with surfboards or headphones or even cars, but what it's going to do is actually create a series of different subjects and photos all within the same horizontal row, which makes it look pretty cool, especially if you want to take this to the next level and then actually animate it and have it kind of move or zoom to the left and right. It's done, and look at this. This is pretty impressive. So once I expand and open this one up, you could see 4 images of a sampler chart of different craft beers. Okay, so now this next one is very cool and a little bit frightening, to be honest with you, but I had to post it here because it is pretty realistic. Extreme close-up of an alien creature. Cinematic still, movie poster, hyper-realistic. Like I said, pretty spooky, so it is hyper-realistic and it is pretty close-up. Okay, but what if I added something a little bit more cute? In this case, I did that and I added a squirrel instead of an alien. So I still get that hyper-realistic, extremely close-up shot, and I changed my subject and bracketed text from an alien creature to just a simple one word, squirrel. Okay, so now the next one I want to show you guys is a video game third person. This one was made by Mayor King AI. Very impressive. And so on my screen, you can actually see it right here, and here's the prompt. So again, you could replace anything within the bracket of text, but look what Midjourney will actually produce for you. This is pretty cool. So this is actually video game third person, and so it does exactly look just like that. And so it almost looks like the video game Assassin's Creed, in my opinion. Okay, this next one is called a Futura or future person. So it's gonna have a girl with a silhouette in the style of a cybernetic surrealism, and then take a look at that. That's pretty cool and pretty impressive. That's exactly what the prompt said. Futura, girl, silhouette. And so the creator of this prompt actually said the keyword to use for this prompt, so it turns out like this, is gonna be the word Futura. Futura. Okay, so moving on to the next one. This is a art and light fuse. Purple phosphorus essence eyeball. Pretty unique, but again, you can replace this with anything you want, and here's the results it's gonna give you. Okay, so check this out. This is pretty cool, and look how realistic this actually does look. I'm actually gonna zoom in a little bit and look at that. It's like it's looking right at you, these eyes. Cool thing about this is that it's gonna be on a black background, so you could easily remove the background to create transparent and a PNG file. So now the next one is very impressive. It's gonna be a video game location. Look at these photos right here. A Pirate Cove video game location. Let me X out of here and I'll go to the prompt itself, okay? So on the right hand side, you can see what the prompt is. It's very simple. Isometric Pirate Cove RPG scene. Okay, so now moving on to the next one, another Game of Thrones type one. And again, the creator of this prompt is actually me, Metric Spule. Very similar to the first one, but in this case, I changed it up to Jon Snow. Okay, so now the next prompt, this one's pretty cool too. Very simple, but look at this right here. Poly art, eagle brown and white color. I open this up and then look at this right here. This is pretty cool. So poly art. This is another awesome prompt right here, and it's called conceptual art. Look at that, that's pretty cool, man. You get this awesome looking 3D realistic guitar with the color explosion, neon colors, amazing. And so at the top right hand corner of my page, you can actually see the prompt right here. This is very cool, so thanks to the creator of making this one as well. Okay, now let's move on, and then here's the next one right here. This is gonna be a Nike shoe. A Nike shoe, futuristic look, product photography shot with a Canon EF50. Let me go ahead and open this one up and look at this shoe right here. Again, you could change a lot of the concepts up in design by just simply changing some of the subjects. This one in this bright fluorescent neon purple and pink looks quite impressive. Now this one is also another one of my favorites, the static shot. It's a close-up shot, a very cinematic feel. It almost looks like it came directly out of the movies itself. Check this out. Now look at this one in the top right-hand corner, the static shot. Close-up shot in a barren and mute ashen world. Some of the keywords are 8K and ultra-realistic in detail. Look at this, this looks fantastic. And then you get some extreme attention to detail with the dirt on the face, the light sparkle reflection in the eyes. Now this next one is pretty fun too. Now you can also replace the subject in this one too. This is going to be a fresh fruit splash, and then you can see over here in the top right hand corner of my screen right here, here's the prompt, fruit color splash, black background, and if I click and expand it right here, you can look at this right here. Check this out. This does look pretty realistic, and so you can see you have a variety of different fruits, black background, again perfect for creating a PNG and transparent image. Now let's go back to another sort of cinematic one. This one is pretty breathtakingly impressive. This is called Interstellar, and so you could see the prompt, wide-angle minimalistic photo of an astronaut in an icy shore. And so with the link in my description, I will link to all these Twitter creators. This one in particular has a few different prompts that changes it up a little bit, but let me show you the one that Midjourney made for us right now. Look at that, that looks fantastic. Now it really does look like a lone survivor with an interstellar type of feel. So you have like this lost astronaut just kind of hopelessly wandering around in this remote, barren world that's unknown to them. Pretty good. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. I like this one a lot. This is amazing to create some 3D realistic cartoon avatars. So you can make this for any sort of age, type of person, or even with an animal. But check this out over here. 3D realistic cartoon avatar, front view. You can also choose profile view, and then you can change up whatever's in the bracket of text. But when I click on it and expand it, check this out. You get this really cool 3D avatar feature with the white background. Again, easy to remove the background. Okay, now moving on to the next one. This is going to be a nursery wall art. Pretty cool. Watercolor, soft pastel palette, nursery wall art. And then look at this right here. Pretty cool. And then last but not least, another favorite of mine, documentary photography. In this case, we're using hippo. Captivating moments, and I'm using the subject, a hippo. Check this out. Here it is over here in Midjourney, and here is the hippo it made for us. Check this out right here. Pretty cool, realistic, and just like it's described, a close-up documentary style photography image. So there you have it, 20 amazing and impressive Midjourney prompts found on Twitter. All the links are in my description, so make sure you hit that subscribe button because I have so many other videos like this that will be coming out. I can only fit in 20 today, but there'll be 20 more down the road and then 20 more down the road right after that, and we'll just keep that ball rolling. But thank you so much for watching this video, and please make sure you hit that subscribe button because you'll be the first to know when all these videos come out. But until then, we'll see you next time.